Hello again, students. So I'm back. This time I'm going to show you how to use Gizmos. I wanted to show you real quick by completing the CER and getting that badge and all that type of stuff. I've actually increased my reputation modifier from 120 to 125%. Like I said, none of you are that high yet, but I just wanted to show you how reputation increases, and then that just helps to multiply your XP, your experience points, even more. And it also helps to get you more gold and silver. So anyways, just wanted to show you that. That came from the CER that I just showed you in the other video. All right, I'm going to go back to Quest Maps. Notice this time I'm not starting in Schoology. I'm assuming you know how to get here at this point. Like I said, you will not be able to go down like I can. As a student, you have to complete each task before you can move on to the next one. I'm sure you've got that idea by now. It's like a video game system. You cannot go on to the next task until you completed the previous one. All right, this is a big one, 20 XP, 10 gold, and 5 rep. And so let's go in here. I'm going to click into Gizmos, which same topic, obviously, all week long, Earth systems, Earth materials and systems. All right, that's what I just went over. Because I'm at 125%, I'm going to end up with not just 10 gold, I'm going to end up with 12 and 5 silver, and I'm going to gain 5 more reputation points. So then by the end of this, my rep modifier up here will be 130. Plus I'll get this cute little cat, space cat. Okay, open the lab document here. So let's do that. Okay, as mine opens, I've got to make a copy. It forces me to make my own copy. Make a copy. I don't want it just to say copy of. I'm gonna go up here to the title. Hope you saw where I'm at. I'm up here in the upper left corner. And then I want to really make sure that Mr. Linky sees this, so I'm going to put my last name in. I'm going to put dash, obviously using my own last name for myself, Linky, and I would want to put my period. So whatever period you're in, put the number there, 1 or 3. Okay? I'm going to pause here. You go do what I just did. Okay, welcome back. All right, this is going to take a little while, so I'll guide you through it the best I can. This is a Gizmos lab on the carbon cycle. Carbon is everywhere, so it's in all of the systems, all 4 of the systems. And remember, they are biosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. So carbon's all over the place. So we're looking at the carbon cycle. Previously, we've looked at the water cycle. So it says, click here to be taken to the Gizmo, and then you'll need to log in. So I'm going to click here. There's a preview of it. It's an online virtual lab. Good. It opens in a new tab. I'm going to log in. And there I am. So I'm going to pause. You go do what I just did. Okay, so the natural, I'm kind of thinking here, sorry. The natural thing that most human beings want to do is they want to just start playing with stuff. So you can, it's not going to break anything to click it. Oh, an arrow, another arrow, nothing, nothing, nothing. So you see, sometimes things happen and sometimes things don't. Okay, and now I've got this path that I created. Atmospheric carbon dioxide, CO2, goes to the ocean. So carbon dioxide's in the ocean, so it's both in the atmosphere and in the hydrosphere. And then it goes back to the atmosphere and back to the ocean. So I just kept creating this back and forth cycle. And I just did that by playing with it. And you're not going to break it by playing with it. So now I just click reset. There is a simplistic diagram of carbon dioxide. and it tells you a little bit about atmospheric carbon dioxide right here. And so you can learn a little bit about CO2. There's some things down here. I don't know if you can see those as students or not, but there is a video preview if you would like to get an introduction. And then I also noticed there's a model up here that I'm probably going to have to play with. So pause my video, go play around with it for a little while. Okay. All right, I'm done playing. Now I want to know what I actually have to do. And this is your lab sheet. So how do Earth systems, major systems interact? Oh, that's what I just wrote about in the CER. That's our essential question for the whole week. It says, click here for a summary of the lab guiding questions, SNEPs and CCCs. I don't even know what those stand for, so I better open this up. And as soon as it finishes opening, here we go. Guiding questions. How does carbon move? All right, you go read all that stuff. All right, welcome back. So I'm assuming you understand that we're looking at how carbon moves between the different systems or spheres. And how does our present, now we're getting into global warming, fossil fuel usage explain changes to our carbon in our atmosphere. So we're going to be getting into global warming here too, with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. We're going to learn how to develop and use models. You're not really developing it, you're just kind of playing with it and using it. But you do have to analyze and interpret the data. So kind of analyzing means break down what you're seeing, and then interpret means make some sense out of it. We're looking at 3 CCCs, cross-cutting concepts. These are concepts that cut across any science. You could see these in any science. Both of these could be in any science. Cause and effect relationships, and flow of energy and matter through the ecosystem, and how are things stable and how do they change. All right, you can keep that open if you want, or you can close it. All right, next we've got to fill out a hypothesis. And there's a word bank down here. There are 4 words, and you're going to type them into the white boxes. Any brightly yellow colored box is one where you have to do some typing. So I tried to make it as obvious as I could for you. So I'm going to tell you to pause the video, go in and fill in your hypothesis. Okay, welcome back. All right, I'm ready to fill mine in. If it's true that carbon moves between different, the only one that even seems to make sense is systems, and that's what we've been studying all week. All right, so carbon moves between different systems in the Earth. Then when a process blank the amount of blank in one system, by the way, I want to get rid of this extra white space because it's kind of messing things up. It even looks like the amount of space is about the same as the length of the word. So this one's a little bit longer, so it must be changes. So when a process changes, okay, I don't know why that went yellow. I'm going to re-highlight it white just so Mr. Linky doesn't miss it. Okay, the amount of blank in one system, when it changes the amount of, well, there's only 2 left, carbon and effect. So, and we're talking about changes to carbon. And I'm going to make this white. Okay. Get rid of that extra space in one system. It will likely have, and there's only 1 left, and it seems to make complete sense. It will likely have an effect on other systems. And that's what we've been studying all week, so that makes sense. Okay, so hopefully you got that right. Vocabulary. Here is our vocabulary. And I believe, yep, this is the same vocabulary guide as before. So you can open that up, restudy the vocab, and then there's some prior knowledge. Plants and algae. Algae is like what people call pond scum, but it's actually in the oceans too. Plants and algae remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during the process of photosynthesis. So I've italicized vocabulary terms, key terms. Animals release CO2 into the atmosphere when they eat plants and algae as part of any food chain. So if we've learned about food chains already. All right, put an X in the box below that is most true for you. Pause the video and go put an X in one of the boxes. Okay, welcome back. So if I look at any of these terms and I'm like, I'm really not sure what a carbon reservoir and a carbon sink is, I need to be more comfortable with some of the vocabulary terms. There's no shame in putting an X in that box. I'd rather you be honest and say, hey, I'm going to go do some more research. I really need to know what a reservoir and a sink is. So open that document up. Some of you just need a quick review on the term. Some of you may need to watch the video link. Some of you maybe just need a quick visual. So I'm going to find carbon sink and reservoir. There they are. So reservoir, sink, graphic, video. Okay, whatever you need to understand the vocabulary, it's up to you. All right, so I come back here. Now I need to read the instructions. Please go read the instructions. Pause this video and go read the instructions. Okay, welcome back. So hopefully you saw that we're looking at how carbon moves between the different spheres. And you're going to create a path. We already kind of did that when we played around. Part B, the model tab, that other one up above at the top of the Gizmos, we're going to look at how does fossil fuel usage, burning of fossil fuels, how does it explain changes to carbon? Use the Gizmos lab to change part of the carbon cycle and observe the effects that it has on CO2 in our atmosphere. Okay, so I got to manipulate things in both tabs. All right, here's our task. And just as a quick review, by the way, path and model are our two tabs. Path and model are our two tabs. All right, back to the lab sheet. Let's read, those are the instructions. And here's your tasks. This is you collecting data. So pause the video, go read your tasks. Okay, welcome back. I'm ready to get started. Your task is to create a carbon path, screenshot it, reset, create a second path, screenshot it. Optional, keep doing it. If you like it, just keep doing it. Put your screenshots here and here. All right, so I'm going to create a path. So atmosphere, CO2, go into the ocean. Where else can it go? Guess it can go back to the ocean. I don't see any other options. There's nowhere else where I click does it create a new path. So I think it just keeps going back and forth between the atmosphere and the ocean. All right, I'm actually ready to take a screenshot. Processing screenshot. Right click, image to copy or download. All right, so I'm going to right click, copy image. By the way, right click, right side of your trackpad. Go back here and right click again. Where's paste? Oh, right here. Yes, okay, it worked. All right, now I need to go create a second path. Get rid of that one, reset. All right, I would like to start someplace else. Let's see. I don't want to just keep doing atmospheric and oceanic. So where else can I go? So it looks like it's making me start here. I'm not really seeing any other options. Land plants. I finally got another option. Okay, good. Uh-oh. Okay, now forest fire is glowing. What happens if there's a forest fire? Those are actually happening right now. I could also click coal or natural gas. There's all kinds of options now. Okay, cool. Okay, forest catches on fire, and then it goes back up to the air, right? Yeah, all right, there we go. All right, so now I know that burning forests actually put more carbon dioxide in the air. I'm gonna go to Tools, Screenshot, Processing, right click, copy image, and right click, paste. All right, now you go try it. Okay, welcome back. So let's get rid of that, and let's go to model. And I want to reset, make sure it starts from 0. Okay, so it says play the simulation for 50 years. Take a screenshot, click that back arrow, get to original settings, make a change on the left side, play again, take a second screenshot, keep doing it as many times as you like. All right, so I'm going to play this. Just play it for 100 years, I guess. Okay. All right, so I can see atmospheric CO2 is up here. I can see that's changing down there. Fossil fuels is changing. These are staying the same. And it looks like, is it going to stop? No, it just keeps going. So I know I've gone at least 50 years. So now I'm going to screenshot this. Okay, right click, copy image. Oh, I messed up. All right, I got to go back. Look out of there. I was supposed to take one of the original settings. Copy, go back, original settings. I need to know what the original number was. All right, now I go back, change something. What if our fossil fuel usage goes way up? What if we just start burning a lot more fossil fuels in our factories and cars? Now I want to go ahead. I'm not even going to mess with these. Advance. I don't want to advance 100 years. Well, or maybe I do. Okay, so 850. I can advance 100 years, and the direction said only I have to go 50. So, okay. So now I can that's a lot quicker. You can press play if you want, but then you have to sit there and watch it, or you can just advance 100 all at once. So take the screenshot, right click, copy, and paste. That's it. All right, I'm done with data. Now I go to the conclusion. This is bright yellow, so I know I have to fill some things in. I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead and do what I just did. All right, welcome back. We just have to draw our conclusions. That's these yellow boxes. Draw a flowchart of how carbon moved between the spheres of your model. So I'm going to go in here, and I need to go back up and look at my model. It's already there. It's kind of small. But atmospheric to oceanic to atmospheric to oceanic CO2. Atmospheric to oceanic, dash, 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 sideways caret, atmospheric, dash, dash, sideways caret, oceanic. Okay? And then, of course, I would do that for the second one. And then I want you just to tell me what you learned. Okay, you go do what I just did. Okay, let's finish off the right side. This one says contrast, meaning tell the differences between the atmospheric carbon after each change you made. I really only made one change. So the original setting, kind of small, but it looks like 850. I got to look back at that number. GTC. I think that's gigatons of carbon. Gigatons is a really high number. You can look it up if you want. All right, so it was 850 GTC. Second one is, wow, 2350 GTC. And I got that by looking right here and here. All right, you fill in your values and then tell me what you learned. Pause the video, go do what I just did. All right, welcome back. Final few boxes, your conclusion of the cross-cutting concepts. I want you to pick, go in any order you want, really. I'm going to start with cause effect. I honestly think that's the easiest one. Events are always related to a cause, sometimes simple and sometimes complex. I want to say, what did I learn? Why did the atmospheric carbon go up so much? That's what I'm really focusing on. I'm really interested in global warming. Energy and matter flow between different parts of the ecosystem. I'm thinking about this one. How did the matter of carbon dioxide flow between the different systems? So I'm going to describe what I observed and what I learned. And then finally, stability and change. Changes in conditions can cause changes to the smooth operation of the system. This is where I really want to tie it all together and say, how did a change in fossil fuel usage right here, how did that change the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? And what impact is that having on our global climate? So I'm going to end the video here. You go do what I did. It's pretty complex. It's going to take you a while to go through, but it's definitely part of your grade. We are going to grade this for quality, so make sure you're doing a good job. And in any of the ways you know of to get in touch with me, get in touch with me, and I'll be here to help you out. There's also a tutorial today at 1, every Wednesday from 1 to 2. And I'll do whatever I can to help you. Okay, hopefully this video helped. Good luck. Shine on, students, shine on.